The town of Riverton, Wyoming woke up on March 3rd like any other morning. Frost coated the streets, coffee machines clicked on, and school buses rolled silently past small brick buildings. Everything appeared normal, but by 8:17 a.m., 3 people were dead, and no emergency system responded, not because the systems failed, but because someone had deliberately disabled them. Early morning tragedies at 8:04 a.m. Thomas Keller, 61, collapsed inside a hardware store. A bystander called 911, but the line froze, and no help was dispatched. He died on the floor before paramedics could arrive. At 8:11 a.m., a high school teacher ran a red light and was hit broadside. Multiple 911 calls were made, but the GPS locations displayed invalid coordinates. Emergency response arrived 6 minutes too late. She bled out inside her vehicle. At 8:17 a.m., a patient in the Riverton Community Hospital ICU died silently as the alarms failed. Monitors displayed normal readings, but backup systems had been overridden. 3 deaths, different circumstances. Officials ruled them unrelated. They were not. The hidden program 2 days later. Evan Moore, a junior systems analyst auditing the emergency response logs, noticed something unusual. Every failure contained a millisecond-long override flag, disappearing instantly. Further investigation revealed Project Sentinel Wake, a clandestine federal program that secretly tested the town's emergency systems using real people as test variables. The deaths were considered data points. When Evan questioned his supervisor, he was threatened, escorted from the office, and access to files was revoked. But he copied the critical data anyway. Escalating chaos over the following weeks. Minor failures appeared across Riverton. Traffic signals froze for 9 seconds, and then Resumet hospital monitors briefly lagged. Backup generators switched off for seconds. Nothing seemed connected, but Evan realized they were all controlled by the same hidden system. Winter storm catastrophe on January 19th. A winter storm struck Riverton. The town's emergency systems failed silently in sequence. ICU monitors delayed alerts. Dispatch systems held calls for minutes. Traffic lights froze during peak hours. 9 people died that night, all preventable, while the local population remained unaware. Evan traced the failures back to a hidden mechanical override panel in the main substation, a relic from the 1970s. This single switch could delay critical systems and cause cascading failures. The technician behind it, Daniel Croft, a senior technician at the substation, had been flipping the switch for decades. Calm, methodical, and precise. He caused havoc without leaving traces. His knowledge of old infrastructure allowed him to manipulate systems unnoticed. While the deaths appeared as accidents or coincidences, the discovery of an access archived logs and found a repeated pattern. Every anomaly corresponded with Daniel's presence at the substation. He pulled the hidden camera feeds showing Daniel operating the switch in near total secrecy. He documented everything: times, locations, consequences. But when he submitted the evidence to federal authorities, the files were deleted and his access was terminated. The officials labeled the project as infrastructure maintenance errors. The public cover-up federal agents quietly interviewed Daniel at his home. He did not deny any actions. In fact, he explained the grid's vulnerabilities and claimed the fatalities were necessary to expose systemic weaknesses. No arrests were made. The switch was later removed. The public was informed that aging infrastructure caused the deaths. Media coverage was minimal. Riverton remained peaceful on the surface, but the truth was buried deep inside government archives. The silent reminder before the panel was dismantled. Evan noticed for words etched behind it: control is invisible. Those words summarized everything. No one outside the system knew who controlled what, when, or how, and the town continued to function as if nothing had happened. Ending. Channel call to action. Riverton has never lost power again. Hidden controls exist across the country. Thousands of mechanisms remain unseen, operating silently. If this shocking story left you speechless, remember, the truth is often darker than you think. Subscribe to Dark Truth Stories for real, mind-bending tales from America and beyond. Hit the bell icon so you never miss the next revelation, because the next story is coming, and it's even more unbelievable. Every story exposes secrets no one dared to tell before. Stay alert, stay curious, and remember, the truth is often closer than you think. Dark Truth Stories, unveiling the secrets America was never supposed to see.